Hi, I'm Chuck Dorsett for Weaver Leather Supply, and this is the Leather Element. If you've got a good question for us or a good idea for a Leather Element, drop it in the comment box below. Also, if you want to know when our videos release, just click your notifications. You'll know exactly when these come out. So how about a video for the new folks? Let's get an understanding of the weights of leather. Now, this may look confusing on the surface. Absolutely not. We're going to start with 3 common leathers, and we're going to work out from there. Now, in the old days, leather actually was weighted, but that doesn't really stand up anymore because now we're adding wax, tallow, oils. It's making the leather much heavier. So that's actually transitioned over from a weight to a thickness. But here's what's going to happen. The best way to get a feel for weights, we're going to make a project that's simply too heavy for whatever reason. At the same time, we'll make a project a little too flimsy. Well, now we're starting to fine-tune the weights that we want to use on our projects. We are well on our way at that point. But let's do this. Let's start with 3 common weights of leather. But before we do that, let's just take a quick minute here. For the folks that are new, this will help us start to understand our weights. So there are a number of types of tannage out there, but we're typically only going to deal with 2, chrome tan and veg tan. The reason I bring this up is because weights. On our chrome tans, these are typically garment and upholstery leathers, so we want much lighter weights. These are going to go into sofas, car seats, skirt, bag, purse, coat. So again, we want a lighter weight, more supple, but typically we can tell a chrome, beautiful colors and prints. But this leather, ready to go. The tannery has got this ready to cut and sew or rivet into a project. On the other hand, our veg tan, well now, we can manipulate this leather. The tannery has basically said, we're going to tan this up to this point, from here, up to you, okay? We will rise to that occasion because with our veg tan, now we can carve, stamp, wet form, we can add dye, top coat, antique, we can paint it, we can even put in our own texture. But over on the veg tan side, this is available in every weight. So we're going to concentrate more on veg tan. Okay, let's step over to our main table. Let's look at 3 common weights. Let's start with an 8 to 9 ounce because this is a very common weight. In fact, if we're going to start in leather, most likely that's what we're going to start with. But for those of us that work in leather, 8 to 9 ounce always in our shop. This is a standard belt weight, about 1/8 of an inch thick, or I would say somewhere around maybe 3.5 millimeters. Well, belt weight absolutely makes a great belt, but it makes so many projects. That's what's great about it. Very versatile weight. In fact, on a rifle scabbard, we can make the scabbard, the strap, and the small billets on the back. So again, the one weight of leather I always have in my shop, 8 to 9 ounce. The second most common weight in my shop, 4 to 5 ounce. This is a standard pouch weight. It's about 1.5 to 2 millimeters, about 1/16 of an inch. Almost exactly half of an 8 to 9. But now we've got a lighter weight leather. When we wet form this, we get very clean bends. For smaller knives, lighter weight knife sheaths, or our scabbards, we can go side sewn or traditional. 4 to 5 is a great weight. And the trunk handles, pouches, smaller projects, absolutely. Journal covers, so many ways we can go with this weight. But I will mention this. Once we start to combine the 2, 8, 9, and 4 to 5, sky is the limit with our projects, all right? One more that's relatively common to us. Actually, the most common weight of leather out there. This is a 3 to 4 ounce. This is a 1, maybe 1.5 millimeter, hair under 1/16 of an inch. But the reason I say the most common weight, simply because 80 to 90% of the hides tan, chrome tans. 3 to 4 ounce, most common chrome tan weight. Now technically it's 3 to 5, but we're in that neighborhood. Now to get a good feel for a 3 to 4, standard suede. That's a common suede weight and we can feel it. Now there are lighter suedes, heavier suedes. In fact, we've got an 8 to 9 ounce, makes a great apron. But that's a good way to get a feel for a 3 to 4 ounce. Now for us crafters, we can absolutely use these in our shop. That's going to make a gorgeous soft-sided purse, bag, or pouch. But let's say we want to add some body to that. Let's come in with a 3 to 4 ounce veg tan. Glue and sew. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got some good body behind our chrome tan. Let's reverse that. standard belt weight, 8 to 9 ounce. But let's say I want to make a shooter's belt, carry belt. Well, let's bring a chrome tan in behind that. Oh, there we go. That's adding some good weight. Not too much, but I can feel it. That's really bumped up the weight and the feel of that. We've got a beautiful liner, or we reverse that. Let's go with our 8 to 9 ounce as a liner. Bring in, yeah, there we go. That's going to make a gorgeous dress belt, purse strap, handle, and in fact, we can go, that's a good 3 to 4 ounce right there. Wow, that's going to make a nice piece, panel, belt, strap, handle. So many ways we can go with our chromes. All right, we've got 3 weights down. Let's spread out just a little bit. Let's back down from a 3 to 4 ounce, 2 to 3. Perfect 2 to 3. This is our deertan cow. Very soft, very supple, one of my favorite leathers. We've actually used that in a number of videos. Down from that, 1 to 2 ounce, we've got a pig liner. And exactly as the name implies, this is a perfect liner leather. It's not going to add a lot of weight to our project, but also, say, a liner for smaller projects, wristbands, watch bands, or even pockets in a wallet, because we can bend that around, stitch the throat, and we're still not adding a lot of weight. One big problem with wallets is leather stacking and it just getting too thick. Not going to happen with a pig. Now, 5'6", 6'7", kind of mid-weight. Once we get a feel for our weights, we can fine-tune down to these weights. 5'6", a little bit heavier than a 4 to 5, going to give us a little more body. Now, 8 to 9 ounce standard belt weight, but say we're going to do a purse strap. We want a little bit lighter weight or a thinner belt. 7 to 8, that's actually going to make a nice strap or a lighter weight belt. Stepping up from there, yeah, look at this. Let's actually weigh this. And in fact, it's not bad to have a gauge, not a bad idea to have a gauge in our shop. That is coming in at 23.5 ounces. Now, that's a saddle skirting. Probably not going to use this very often in our shop, but we had to look at that cake o' leather. Now, 10 to 11, 9 to 10, actually, those are my favorite belt weights. Gives us a little more weight than an 8 to 9, but again, makes a good, solid, sturdy belt. All right, I'm hoping this gets us a feel for our weights. I've made a bit of a mess here, but if it helps us get rolling on understanding leather weights, then it's worth every minute of cleanup. Now, for the newer folks, start with your 4 to 5, your 8 to 9, work with it, and I guarantee you it won't be long before you feel the need to branch out. Now you're fine-tuning. I hope this is good information for you. Thanks for taking time to watch The Leather Element. Good luck with your projects.